Hey, welcome to DH Done, playing Dragon Age Inquisition. So, my idea here is to play through, and I'm doing these on Twitch as streams, and then I'll edit them and put them on YouTube. My idea is to play through a few different games as my book characters, and just to highlight and have a little fun. There's nothing serious going on here. I'm not looking to take over the world on Twitch or YouTube. Just a fun place for people to have another way to get to know the characters from my books. So, Dragon Age Inquisition is the third game in the Dragon Age series. It doesn't really require a whole lot of information from the other games. I'm going to be playing through this as Nima, who is the main character of my Fractured Everest series. So, it won't be a complete faithful translation, obviously, but I will do my best to role play her personality and her viewpoint and perspective as well as I can. So I'm going to go into new game. And I have already done a decent sized playthrough of this game as Nima, just to make sure that things looked the way I wanted them to. And for one thing, we do not need human, we need Nima to be a dwarf. Female dwarf, there we go. Nima in my Fractured Everest series is a Sherpa, and she's quite short. And it just doesn't look right having her be, a 5'10", 5'11" human running around. So I have already played through this, as I said, a little bit with her as a dwarf, and I really like the look. I think it looks pretty accurate. So we're going to go with Rogue Dual Wield. Now, in the books, Nima is, while a very active character and a very adventurous character, she's not a fighter, but you got to pick something here. So this is the most closest to what she would probably do in a combat situation. In the book, she's mostly known for lowering her shoulder and ramming into people, and she does throw a punch every now and then. She does learn to use a sling later in the series. Nothing like dual wielding daggers, but we're going to use that. While I have played through this game on normal, I am going to play through it on casual because the primary focus here is story. If you're looking for an in-depth min-maxy playthrough of, what's the best of the 5 weapons, and I probably will try to pick good weapons and good armor, but I'm looking for the story here. So we're going to say casual, and we'll take the default world state. I will generally be quiet during cutscenes, not provide my own commentary until it's time to talk about what Nima would do or say. All right, and they give you a moment here to. It's funny that they give such an interesting default look. They give you a minute or an opportunity here to customize your character. I am going to work on that. I will be not speaking during this portion, and I will be editing this out. I'm going to call this good. It's a pretty good Nima, and so I'm going to start things off. As soon as I remember how to do that. I think we say accept changes, name your character, even though no one ever refers to you by name. Still, that's a breakthrough in games I'm still waiting for, is where you can actually be called by name. That's pretty strong. That's pretty good. All right, let the cutscene play. Those of you who are arachnophobes, avoid the next 30 seconds. Dragon Age's spider game is quite strong.
Tell me why we shouldn't kill you now. The Conclave is destroyed. Everyone who attended is dead, except for you.
Alright, so before I start speaking as Nima, just a little bit about her. So, Nima from the books is, of course, the question is, which Nima is this? Is this Nima from book 1? Is this Nima from book 7? I'm playing this as Nima as the books start, so Nima from book 1. So she's a 17-year-old Sherpa woman. She's got a very big heart. She's fairly naive, quite impulsive, and not really yet understanding how the world truly works. Very, very concerned with other people, but also very adventurous and very curious, and tends to get herself into a lot of trouble, doesn't have a lot of filter, very much will speak her mind. I think that's enough about her. I'm not going to go deep into the Dragon Age backstory. I might explain some things as they come up. But there was an explosion in the opening cutscene. Nima here is the only one who had survived that. And she would think that was awful.
What do you mean everyone's dead?
Explain this.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I don't know what that is, or how it got there.
You're lying!
We need her, Cassandra.
I can't believe it. All those people. Dead.
Do you remember what happened? How this began?
I remember running. Things were chasing me, and then... a woman.
A woman?
She reached out to me, but then...
Go to the forward camp, Liliana. I will take her to the rift.
What did happen?
It will be easier to show you. We call it the Breach. It's a massive rift into the world of demons that grows larger with each passing hour. It's not the only such rift, just the largest. All were caused by the explosion at the Conclave.
An explosion can do that?
This one did. Unless we act, the breach may grow until it swallows the world. time the breach expands, your mark spreads, and it is killing you. It may be the key to stopping this, but there isn't much time.
You say it may be the key. To doing what?
Closing the breach. Whether that's possible is something we shall discover shortly. It is our only chance, however. And yours.
Well, she'd want to help.
I understand.
Then...
I'll do what I can. Whatever it takes.
They have decided your guilt. They need it. The people of Haven mourn our most holy, divine Justinia, head of the Chantry. The Conclave was hers. It was a chance for peace between mages and Templars. She brought their leaders together. Now they are dead. We lash out like the sky, but we must think beyond ourselves, as she did. Until the breach is sealed. There will be a trial. I can promise no more. Come. It is not far.
Where are you taking me?
Your mark must be tested on something smaller than the breach.
Alright, so and we can see here, this is one of the reasons I really wanted to use Dragon Age Inquisition for Nima. Most of the time, if I create characters in various RPGs, I like to put my book people in there. And there's often a female option. There's not uncommonly an Asian option, but the height situation is almost always everyone is the same height. And to be able to play her basically as a dwarf, so that she could be more shorter and more book accurate was just really exciting. And then hair notwithstanding, Nima has a bit more of a bob than this one. It's pretty strong, and it's certainly exciting to play the game as her. So there's this big portal in the sky there. Nima's certainly familiar with portals, and she's connected to it somehow. Ouch.
The pulses are coming faster now. The larger the breach grows, the more rifts appear, the more demons we face.
How did I survive the blast?
They said you stepped out of a rift, then fell unconscious. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was. Everything farther in the valley was laid waste, including the Temple of Sacred Ashes. I suppose you'll see soon enough.
All right. Yes, so my plan is to make these choices as Nima would make them, not necessarily as what I would make them or what I feel the best choice is, but rather what Nima would do. And considering I've written, probably 500,000 words with this character, I've got a pretty good idea of how she would handle a lot of this stuff. Usually in a way that would get herself in trouble, but help other people.
Stay behind me!
So yeah, there's no way Nima's just going to stand back. Try to get some attacking in here. Probably should have done that from stealth. But as I said, the goal here is not to make a min-maxy playthrough.
Drop your weapon. Now!
No, Nima would not give it up.
Attacked me. What was I supposed to do?
You don't need to fight.
Are you saying it won't happen again?
You're right. I cannot protect you. And I cannot expect you to be defenseless. I should remember you agreed to come willingly.
Yeah, that's right. Alright, am I even hurt? Do I need this? No, I'm not going to use a potion if I don't need it. Don't make me use the potion. Thank you.
Maker knows what we will face.
Alright, loot this guy.
At the forward camp or fighting.
Scout helmet. So I can put that on. I think. I believe that's not going to show, which is good. Armor. There we go. It's on. Alright. It's on. You'll have to take our word for it. And surrounded by snowy mountains. Another thing very appropriate for Nima. Alright, I see that guy down there.
If we
Ew.
flank them, we may gain the advantage.
And from behind. Wham. There we go. Nice. Get some green goop here. Alright. Which way? Cassandra. Lead. Alright, you're not gonna lead. Fine. I'll lead. Alright, see this guy.
Up on the hill.
Papaya.
It attacks from a
I'm going.
distance. Dead.
Alright. And another one. There we go. It's hard for me to remember, I believe as a rogue I'm always supposed to be hitting from the side or the back. None of the other classes really made sense as something that felt appropriate. I mean, it doesn't really feel super appropriate to have Nima fighting kind of at all. But, not that she doesn't fight. She does. But she's more of a, well, I'll just throw my fists at this problem and see if that works. How did I end up here? I don't think I've... Alright, I'll go down this way. There we go. This ice looks very solid. Papam. I do like that. I like vanishing. If you can hear me clicking the controls, you do extra damage if you hit the button like 10 times. So, little known tip. Alright, anything to loot? Yep, some green goop. I'll take that. Alright, off we go. So I highly recommend Dragon Age Inquisition, even if you haven't played the other Dragon Age games. The plot I don't feel is terribly inscrutable to get into, and I feel like it hits a nice sweet spot between RPG and like between action and maybe a little crunchier, grindier stuff. And it has some excellent characters, including this guy right here. There.
Quickly, before more come through.
What did you do?
I did nothing. The credit is yours.
I closed that thing? How?
Whatever magic opened the breach in the sky also placed that mark upon your hand. I theorized the mark might be able to close the rifts that have opened in the breach's wake. And it seems I was correct.
Meaning it could also close the breach itself.
Possibly. It seems you hold the key to our salvation.
Good to know. Here I thought we'd be ass-deep in demons forever. Varric Tethras, rogue, storyteller, and occasionally unwelcome tag-along.
I love the Varric Cassandra relationship. I think Nima would most be impressed with the crossbow.
That's a nice crossbow you have there.
Ah, isn't she? Bianca and I have been through a lot together.
You named your crossbow Bianca.
Of course. And she'll be great company in the valley.
Absolutely not. Your help is appreciated, Varric, but...
Have you been in the valley lately, Seeker? Your soldiers aren't in control anymore. You need me.
Ugh.
My name is Solus, if there are to be introductions. I am pleased to see you still live.
He means I kept that mark from killing you while you slept.
Yeah, she'd be curious.
You seem to know a great deal about it all.
Solus is an apostate, well-versed in such matters.
Technically, all mages are now apostates, Cassandra. My travels have allowed me to learn much of the Fade, far beyond the experience of any circle mage. I came to offer whatever help I can give with the breach. If it is not closed, we are all doomed regardless of origin.
That's a commendable attitude.
Merely a sensible one. Although sense appears to be in short supply right now. Cassandra, you should know, the magic involved here is unlike any I have seen. Your prisoner is no mage. Indeed, I find it difficult to imagine any mage having such power.
Understood. We must get to the forward camp quickly.
Well... Bianca's excited.
I always love a good named weapon. One of the things that I like is that they give the main character a very good reason for being so heavily involved in everything. She's not a chosen one, she just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. And now she has this mark on her hand that kind of very tied into events. Now, they're going to want me to try the tactical battle mode here. I think I can just not do it. What if I just didn't do it? If I did that and then... There, just did it anyway. There we go. Yep. Now, see, I hit that guy from the front. Barely did anything. Now I got all these dudes after me. Cassandra, help. Alright, good job. The relationship between Cassandra and Varric is one that I feel is very similar to Odo and Quark on Deep Space Nine. A bit of a mutual respect, but a lot of antagonism. It's a lot of fun. Reluctant allies. All right, we're gonna head up the stairs here. Kelly, if you're still watching and you want to give me some feedback, just a minute.
That'll get you every time. Should have spun a story.
That's what you would have done.
It's more believable and less prone to result in premature execution.
Kelly, if you're still in the chat, if you could give me a little feedback on the audio levels, that's something I've been tweaking. Right now I have the game audio at 20% of mic audio. I had tried other levels and the music was really drowning out my voice quite a bit. Oh, I'm gone. Oh, I'm back. Take care of these guys first. There we go. Alright.
I hope Liliana made it through all this.
She's resourceful.
That's an interesting question. I don't know if I can.
We're almost there.
I will investigate that afterwards. There are many games I've played where your main character is really the only one who's effective in combat. This is not one of those games. You can sit back and let your teammates handle the fights, and they will do fairly well without you.
Another rift!
We must seal it! Quickly! They keep coming! Help us!
Alright, who am I going to backstab here? This guy. There we go. That was a good hit.
Hurry! Use the mark!
Alright, so we got to level her up. Alright, so if we go into leveling up here. So, rogues have different talent trees that they can put their abilities into. One of them is very archery focused, and I have no, in fact it's named archery. I have no interest in doing that with Nima. So I probably will focus on double daggers, maybe a little bit of sabotage, and some subterfuge. I like the stealth stuff, so I think I'm going to look and see. So we already have a point. Okay, thank you. We already have a point here. We could take this, which activates on a 10% chance, and you don't take, so basically 1 out of every 10 hits on you is not going to work. Or reduce threat by 25%, which means less people will come and attack me. And if I'm flanking, my threat reduction is 100%, so that's a double. I think I will take that. So I would like to fight people without them wanting to fight me back.
Rift is gone. Open the gate.
Right away, Lady Cassandra.
We are clear for the moment. Well done.
Whatever that thing on your hand is, it's useful.
Open the gate. I'm going to do my best to not talk during cutscenes. I think I've already done a bad job with that. See what's in here. That is an enormous chest. How much does this chest weigh? Hundreds of pounds it looks like, and it had 1 mace in it. Silly.
Ah, here they come.
You made it. Chancellor Roderick, this is...
I know who she is. As Grand Chancellor of the Chantry, I hereby order you to take this criminal to Val Royeaux to face execution.
Order me? You are a glorified clerk, a bureaucrat.
And you are a thug, but a thug who supposedly serves the Chantry.
We serve the most holy, Chancellor. As you well know.
Justinia is dead. We must elect a replacement and obey her orders on the matter.
Yeah.
So none of you are actually in charge here.
You killed everyone who was in charge. Call a retreat, Seeker.
There's no proof of that.
Our position here is hopeless.
We can stop this before it's too late.
How? You won't survive long enough to reach the temple, even with all your soldiers.
We must get to the temple. It's the quickest route.
But not the safest. Our forces can charge as a distraction while we go through the mountains.
We lost contact with an entire squad on that path. It's too risky.
Listen to me. Abandon this now, before more lives are lost.
How do you think we should proceed?
Yeah, why are you asking her?
Now you're asking me what I think.
You have the mark?
And you are the one we must keep alive. Since we cannot agree on our own,
Well, let's see. Nima has to decide whether to climb a mountain or not climb a mountain. It's the easiest choice ever.
Use the mountain path. Work together. You all know what's at stake.
Liliana, bring everyone left in the valley. Everyone.
On your head be the consequences, Seeker.
Alright, so apparently climbing this mountain involves more ladders than one might expect. It is true, there are plenty of ladders during the Everest climb. Ladders are placed over the large crevices in the Khumbu Icefall. It's actually one of, if you ever want to get really impressed, look up some videos of the Khumbu Icefall on YouTube and see the ladders that these people are clambering across. It's pretty scary. There used to be a ladder on the Hillary Step, which is a very large rock climbing section right before the summit, but that is now gone. The earthquake of a couple years ago collapsed the Hillary Step, so it's not there anymore. I just talked through dialogue again. Really got to get better about that. Oh, hello. Oh, so if they see you and they hit you, then your stealth goes away. And Nima is worthless from the front. Let's see if she hits from the back. What damage does she do? Much better. I'll just go grab one of these guys. Oh, he was already dead. Alright, see, these guys are good enough, they really don't need me. Alright. See if we got anything to pick up. Nope, excuse me, Varric. Alright, let's check out the view. Very cool. I find Dragon Age Inquisition to be a very pretty game. Whoops. Fell to my death. It lets you do that. No problem. See, we'll do it again. Whee! No harm. And do it over here, too. Alright, that's enough. That's enough of Nima being Nima there. Alright, saw something. Some money. And a sack. I'll take that. I see some baddies up there. Yep. Good, this time they didn't know I was there. And I missed. Damn it. Alright, got that guy good though. Alright. Good deal. Wait. Check for loot. Green stuff. I missed something. Oh, this sack over here. Alright, moving on, moving on. Up the stairs. I think we can get through basically what is effectively the prologue.
that cannot be all of them.
So the others could be holed up ahead.
Our priority must be the breach. We seal it so no one is safe.
That's a task for the other dwarf in our party.
Alright, moving down. another rift to seal. Alright, let's find somebody to get from behind who isn't already dead. There. It's kind of a waste. Alright.
Lady Cassandra! Lieutenant, you're alive!
Now we're waiting for a second wave to show up from the rift. These guys are a little harder, these tall, thin guys. Behind him. Yeah, that was a good hit. Whew. Boom.
Sealed, as before. You are becoming quite proficient at this.
Let's hope it works on the big one.
Thank the Maker you finally arrived, Lady Cassandra. I don't think we could have held out much longer.
Thank our prisoner, Lieutenant. She insisted we come this way.
The prisoner? Then you...
It was worth saving you, if we could.
Then you have my sincere gratitude.
The way into the valley behind us is clear for the moment. Go, while you still can.
At once.
Those helmets are cool.
Quickly, let's move!
I like those.
The path ahead appears to be clear of demons as well.
Let's hurry before that changes.
I find myself thinking that Solus's head must be extremely
Down the
cold,
ladder.
and Varric,
That's the way to the temple.
I mean, I know you're proud of the chest hair, but you should probably put on a sweater or something. Alright, we're getting closer and closer to the big green cyclone. Okay. Down. Very little mountain climbing in the climbing of the mountain, unfortunately.
Holes in the Fade don't just accidentally happen, right?
If enough magic is brought to bear, it is possible.
But there are easier ways to make things explode.
That is true.
We will consider how this happened once the immediate danger is past.
Very close.
The Temple of Sacred Ashes.
What's left of it?
That is where you walked out of the Fade, and our soldiers found you. They say a woman was in the rift
Creepy.
behind you. No one knows who she was.
Breach is a long way up.
You're here. Thank the Maker.
Leliana, have your men take up positions around the temple. This is your chance to end this. Are you ready?
I'm assuming you have a plan to get me up there?
No,
That's a little snarkier than I thought.
and it is the key. Seal it, and perhaps we seal the breach.
Then let's find a way down. And be careful.
So if there's two things Nima knows well, it's mountains and crystals. And portals.
Bring forth the sacrifice.
What are we hearing?
At a guess, the person who created the breach.
You know this stuff is red lyrium, Seeker.
I see it, Varric.
But what's it doing here?
Magic could have drawn on lyrium beneath the temple, corrupted it.
It's evil. Whatever you do, don't touch it.
Keep the sacrifice still.
Like this.
Someone help me! That is Divine Justinia's voice.
What's going on here?
That was your voice. Most Holy called out to you, but...
What's going on here?
Run when you can! Want them!
We have an intruder. Slay the dwarf.
You were there! Who attacked? And the Divine, is she... Was this vision true? What are we seeing?
I don't remember.
Echoes of what happened here. The Fade bleeds into this place. This rift is not sealed, but it is closed, albeit temporarily. I believe that with the mark, the rift can be opened, and then sealed properly and safely. However, opening the rift will likely attract attention from the other side.
That means demons! Stand ready!
Alright, here we go. I would say that gem is emerald.
Now!
Alright. Get behind him. Wham, right in the ankle. Come on, that's gotta hurt. Oh, he's got his armor up.
Wear it down!
Alright, so if I disrupt the rift, it takes his armor down. There we go.
The demon is vulnerable! Now!
There we go. Still got a lot of health though. I want it to be at normal difficulty, this fight can be tricky because you're very low level and you don't have a lot of abilities to work with. I'm guessing on story level difficulty it's not going to be too bad. But I'm not that good, so it could still be a problem. Where's he going? I think he wants Solus. There you go. 7. 1. These are not good numbers. Oh shit. Alright boys, hang on a second. Let me get my stealth back up. There we go. Nah, didn't work. Went too close to him. Come back here. Alright, those guys are done. Let's take his armor down again. Okay. Alright, that was good. Your party members will potion on their own. They tend to wait until they're very low on health before they do it. Like, lower than that. Like, Solus is pretty low now, but he's still going to wait to use a potion. But he will eventually do it on his own. And you can set... Yeah, you see now his health is back up. You can set that behavior. Tell him to be more or less aggressive with potion use. I don't know if it's Ice Lightning, answering Kelly in the chat. It's cool looking. Oh, these guys are back. Ah, damn, they hit me. And I am nothing from the front. It's like a lightning whip. Okay, this should take his armor down. There we go. Yeah. I think we should get him this time. I don't think we should have a third wave of those extra demon buddies coming out. It's an interesting view that we have right now. I guess when you're short and the monsters are tall, and you're hitting them from the back, you're gonna get a lot of butt cannon. Oh, there we go. Seal the rift. Got it.
I didn't know you were awake. I swear.
Don't worry about it. I
beg your forgiveness and your blessing. I am but a humble servant. You are back in Haven, my lady. They say you saved us. The breach stopped growing, just like the mark on your hand. It's all anyone has talked about for the last 3 days.
And the danger is over.
The breach is still in the sky, but that's what they say. I'm certain Lady Cassandra would want to know you've wakened. She said, at once.
And where is she?
In the Chantry, with the Lord Chancellor. At once, she said.
Alright, so I feel like this is a good place to save. And I think I'm gonna let's make sure that actually happened. It did. I think I'm going to take a little break here and probably come back with a different game. And I will, when I upload this to YouTube, I don't know if how many videos this will end up being or how far I'll end up going, but this is probably where I'll stop that part. So thanks very much for watching. Appreciate it, everyone. Bye-bye.